Rec Room just dropped an update, and that's really all that we really have for this video, to be honest with you. So let's get into it. Now, before we talk about this update, just to add a little bit of backstory, the bot inside the Rec Room Discord server was kind of tweaking. It had pinged everyone for updates and has that update rolls around 7:55 p.m. with 0 patch notes. We eventually did get patch notes, but it was just kind of weird that we just got pinged for no patch notes. Best update ever. But on a serious note, if we decide to check out this update, you'll notice that it's called the Pick Your Nose Edition. According to the TLDR, which is just like a little overview or summary of this update, they go on to say new nose customization options are here, custom tags for rooms 2 inventions, and they expanded the room carousel widgets for the widget watch. Going on to rooms 2, they go on to say that the default tags for newly created props now appear correctly in the object config, added the ability to add custom tags to rooms 2 inventions, fixed on reset event for objects when object is run, added dictionary nodes for working with string value pairs, added genetic events to circuits, a single room level event in inventions, debugging output for dictionaries is now displayed when ports are hovered, and lastly, dictionaries can now be used in synchronized events. For avatar, we got new nose customization is here. New nose customization properties like nose width, nose tip angle, and nostril flare. You can pick the nose that best suits you. And yes, that's right. If you guys can't see already, I already have a small nose and stuff, but there are new nose sliders inside of Rec Room now. Usually go for your sliders, but go to nose this time, and you'll see we have all sorts of sliders. Here's nose size, in case you guys are curious, it just increased the size. Here's nose width, as you guys can see. This is nose height. This is what nose depth does. Nose tip angle, which makes it point up or down. Nose bulge, like adds a bulge to like the bridge of your nose. Nostril flares are for your nostrils. It just makes them like bigger and stuff like that. We also have sneer, as you guys can see. It like pushes the back of the nose back. And we have nose tip scale, which just, makes the nose tip either bigger or smaller. And that's pretty much all the actual nose settings that we have inside this new update. What are your thoughts? I think Rec Room should totally add some new noses, to be honest with you. But this is a cool start. What type of noses would you like to see? Now, if we do decide to keep on going, we got general improvements and bug fixes, and they go on to say that they added a new badge to the HUD on mobile so you know when new items are in the store. They also expanded room carousel widgets for the widget watch, added a new event to root object hit by projectile, and they improved the UI for avatar item chip and made it easier to search and set avatar items. They fixed an issue where your bean avatar settings would sometimes be hidden in your experience settings, fixed an issue where the bonky costume wouldn't appear on classic bean players and make it to midnight, fixed the club events carousel in the play menu, fixed a bug preventing share cam use while wearing a private custom shirt, fixed a bug where different players could see physical objects grabbed by a grabber in different positions, and fixed an issue where tools with no active colliders returned incorrect bounds while using place. And lastly, general stability improvements. And for the last bit of this entire update, we have Rec Room Studio. They fixed a bug where in rare cases some rooms would fail to build on the build pipeline. They also fixed some performance issues when opening with rectangular shapes. They also fixed an issue which caused some foliage in Rec Room Studio rooms to disappear, but don't worry, your vegetation isn't out to haunt you as far as they know. And they fixed missing information on circuits memory usage in the Memory Explorer window. Now recently, Joe, a Rec Room developer, had actually responded to this person being kind of sad about no height slider. Joe confirms we definitely want this as soon as possible, and height touches a lot of the surface area in code, so it was too big a task to dive into right now, given resource constraints. But he is back with Little Anime Eyes news, and they're working on a couple versions. Here's one that he's kind of in love with. What do you think? And as you guys can see, this character has like anime eyes and stuff like that, which is pretty cool to see. He also had another spoiler while he was at it, all whip, but I feel like we're in a good place on some more new styles. And as you guys can see, it's like a new mouth, but with its teeth showing. You guys can also see that there's also another mouth option too right next to it that I think is also new as well. So very interesting, and we should be seeing some new eyes and mouths pretty soon. His eyes and eyebrows may be new too, but I'm not too sure. I think so though. Joe learned the other day that we never shipped an eye glint option for UBA. He wants to fix that, especially with these eyes coming up. Can't promise a timeline, but working on it. I should emphasize though that it would be an option for upgraded bean avatars for the eye glint haters. He also talks about younger looking avatars inside of Rec Room. He says it's more about the proportion and scale of body parts, to be honest. Try a slightly larger hair with larger and lower eyes and smaller nose. When the facial features are lower on the face, it will feel younger, but when they are higher up and smaller with a large nose, it will feel older, and he hopes that helps. And when asked if Rec Room developers will eventually allow players to only scale body parts and not accessories, Joe confirms that yeah, from a technical standpoint, it's all about how the item was made. shape. If it was attached to the bones in the skeleton that scale with the body type, it will be affected. It will maintain proportions with body shapes when the body shapes are tweaked. Since we have so many items though, there are a bunch that were imperfectly converted, but overall we do our best and occasionally go back to touch things up when we can. Always a trade-off though. And recently a guy on my Discord server sent me an image of a player with the smallest head ever. But this isn't a glitch, this is not a new update, it's a cheat engine. So you can't do this in Rec Room without, getting the possibility of being banned, but it's still, kinda cool nonetheless, I guess. Did you know that I have channel memberships? Well, I do. And the special thing about my particular channel memberships is that your name gets read out in every single video. Only if you're Calamari and above, which is like $2, I think. But of course, without any further ado, we have Cam VR, Blade VR, Nathan Creates Content, Dude, Nubdub, Scott Walker, Jay, DMV, Kobe Fan 76, Misha Greengrass VR, Cam, Dexstorms, Daytrix, Names Unlisted, Phyllis Arts, Nolan the Dragon Boy, Garlic Bread, It's Freddy RR, Dozer, Ruby Burning Owl, Raphael, Netflix69, and of course, Box David. We have 24 members now. We used to have like almost 200. I mean, the membership reading is a lot easier now, so that's nice. But of course, people, thank you for all your support, and of course, let's get back to this video. And at the moment, that's pretty much it. That's all the news that we actually have for today. I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys decided to like and subscribe, or use my code inside of Rec Room. And of course, people, you should see some videos on the screen right now. You should totally click them. More Rec Room news other than this one. We just recently talked about Maker AI. You might find that intriguing. And of course, people, I'll see you guys inside the next one. Peace!